Hey, welcome back to another video. I wanted to show you a great defensive drill that we use called BLITZ shell. Now this is a different take on your traditional 5-on-5 shell drill that's really going to force your defense into a tough spot where they are at a disadvantage. But it's also a great offensive drill because you are working with the advantage, so you're really working on quick decisions and playing once you have an advantage on offense. So again, we will have 5 players on defense, 5 players on offense in your traditional spots. 2 in the corner, 2 up top, and then 1 post player on the opposite block. Again, we will rotate through all 5 spots, so all 5 players will play each spot, and the same thing with the defense. The defense will rotate in this drill as well. Now, again, this is a great offensive drill as well because it really forces your players to make quick decisions with the basketball while they have a defender trailing them. But it's also a great defensive drill because it's really working on that half-court situation where a man has been beat. That happens a lot. A guy gets beat off the dribble, or maybe he misses the pass going for a steal, and then now you're playing at a disadvantage. So you're really working on those rotations and how to not give up easy shots. So we like to tell our players in the corner, if you're guarding the corner, you are stunting at the ball. You're trying to slow down the ball. You are not just going to sell out to the ball because a good player is just going to pass it to the corner for a wide open shot. We like our help to come from that middle or the help side position and then drop on the backside. So we will have the offensive player here start on the cone. The defensive player has to start about 4 to 5 feet back. And then on the whistle, we will blow and it's live from there. So you'll see the defense has to rotate over, get the ball out of the hands of the ball handler, and then try to rotate. Now, again, it's good for the ball handler because he's having to make a quick decision. Guy stunning at him. There is a lot of pressure to make a good decision. Now there you see in the corner, we don't want to help too much and give that guy a good shot. We want to be able to rotate, force the ball out, force them to make extra passes. Now, once that ball is passed, it is live. We'll go 5-on-5, and you're just playing in the half court until you try to score. Now, it is important to keep track of scoring here, make it a competitive drill. I think it's important to compete in this drill. Sometimes in shell drill, yes, you are doing the fundamentals and the foundations of your defense, which are very important. But you can see your players sometimes have a tendency to just play the drill. They'll just do the closeouts or the rotations just because of the drill. This, if you keep it competitive and you keep score, really allows you to challenge the players to still do those fundamentals and your tendencies and the things that you want within your defense, but in a competitive setting. So it's forcing the players to compete. You're keeping score, so there's going to be a winner and a loser, and it really gives you some teaching points when you do see mistakes. So as you see, every player will rotate all 5 spots. We just go clockwise. So again, you'll go the 2 top positions, corner. You just kind of rotate around in a circle. You want those rotations to happen quickly. Again, you want a lot of reps. You want each player to play a different position offensively and defensively. And again, it's a really good drill to work on your half-court defense. I think it's game-like. Again, it's hard to simulate game-like situations in practice, but this at least is a little bit game-like where you're playing at a slight disadvantage and you have to work through those rotations. So again, a great drill. Like I said, use 2 teams of 5 guys. You can rotate. You could even do 4-on-4. Like I said, I always say adjust to your team, adjust to the players that you have. And you can even adjust where the ball starts in this drill. You don't always have to start from the top of the key or one of these right wings. I mean, you could start from the corner or you could start from the high post. I mean, adjust the drill to challenge your team. I think it's always important to really switch things up and challenge your team into different scenarios or situations they might see in a game. Now here you see we are moving it to the other side. So I do encourage you to work on the right side, work on the left side. So we'll do the same drill, reset the score, and we'll move over to the left side. So same thing, The offense is starting with an advantage. Defense is at a slight disadvantage. You blow the whistle or you blow the horn, and you go from there, and you keep track of score. You keep track of turnovers. I would still, make sure you're tracking all those game, stats and data points that you want to use. But this is definitely a really good drill. That's just a different take on shell drill. I think shell drill is incredibly important to, install your fundamentals and your principles of your defense. But this is a different take on that to make it a little more challenging and game-like instead of just your traditional, the kids passed around and they just, I feel like sometimes it gets a little monotonous and kids get so used to the drill, they just play the drill just to get through the drill. And I think sometimes adding a layer of competition, adding a layer that's, a disadvantage or an advantage offensively can really help you spark some competitiveness and spark some different energy within your drill. So just try this drill. Again, adjust it accordingly, but it's something that, you could implement into your workouts or your practice that I think your players would enjoy. And I think it just changes up your normal traditional shell drill to make it more game-like. Thanks for tuning in.